asking for? What are we asking for? What do we want? What do we want? When shall we stop? What are we demanding? What are we asking? What do we want? Where are we from? Where are we from? What do we want? Soli, soli, soli. The fight for the Chibok girls is the fight for the soul of Nigeria. What are we demanding? Bring back our girls now and alive. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. We shall always fight for our girls. Soli, soli, soli. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever. Now entered the Villa Crescent. You understand that? So please maintain that core value for which we are known. What's our core value? Humanity. What's our core value? Humanity. Please maintain it. And as we go, don't stop being vigorous in your chant. We must be vigorous in our chant. What is vigorous in a chant? What are we demanding? Bring back our girls now and alive. What are we demanding? Bring back our girls now and alive. All right, Aisha, over to you.
Okay, I think I No. You can see that even yesterday when I was saying this, your people
What are we demanding? Bring back our girls now and alive.
Start with the national anthem, sung by everybody.
Rise, O compatriots, Nigeria's glory.
Of course, with very heavy hearts that we meet with you. Today is the 450 since the abduction of our Chibok girls. We are joined by some of the parents of the girls. We're going to get started by asking my colleague. We don't have founders in Bring Back Our Girls. It is a citizens movement. Our beloved sister Hadiza inspired every one of us to do the march on the 30th of April. And every one of us are members of the Bring Back Our Girls movement. We now call on Miriam, who is going to do the opening remark, and enable Mr. President to know a little bit more about Bring Back Our Girls, because the narrative on Bring Back Our Girls that would have been handed over to you by the previous administration would not be a story of Bring Back Our Girls. Miriam.
It's my singular honor and privilege to present these opening remarks on behalf of the Bring Back Our Girls family in Abuja, Lagos, Osogbo, Ibadan, Enugu, Kano, Kaduna, Maiduguri, London, New York, and so many other towns around the world. On behalf of the Bring Back Our Girls family, therefore, I say a big thank you to the leadership of this country, and also to express our sincere gratitude to everyone out there that have continued to support this cause in whatever form or manner. The support for the rescue effort for our girls from Nigerians and the world over has truly been unprecedented. We also wish to convey our heartfelt condolences to our government and our fellow citizens following the senseless death through the random suicide bombings that have occurred these past few days in Borno, Portisco, Jos, Kano, Damboa, and Zaria. We pray for the souls of the dearly departed, healing for the injured, and comfort for the bereaved. The Bring Back Our Girls family is standing strong still, thereby illustrating the resilience of the Nigerian spirit of unity, patriotism, and citizenship, as peoples with a shared humanity, without artificial boundaries or divisions. It certainly has not been easy advocating for these girls, sitting out every single day, holding sundry activities irrespective of our daily schedule, reaching out to whomsoever we believe can support the rescue effort, irrespective of hostilities and untruths, continuously being peddled about us and our motives. As the Bring Back Our Girls family, we are agreed that we cannot give up, simply because we do not have a choice in the matter. We have refused to accept the narrative that we must first ask ourselves what religion we profess or what ethnicity we belong to before speaking out on behalf of these innocent Nigerian girls. On April 14th, the abduction happened in the night. On April 18th, the army spokesman said to announce to the public that they had been freed. On April 23rd, the Bring Back Our Girls family was born in the form of a hashtag in Port Harcourt. On the 30th of April, we organized our first public protest to the National Assembly. On May 2nd, we protested to the National Assembly. On May 6th, we protested to the Defense Headquarters. On May 12th, we protested to the Borno State government. We then went to the Chadian embassy, we went to the US embassy, we went to the Niger embassy. On the 13th of May, Shekau releases a video of the girls. That put paid to all the skeptics who said that it was not true. There was silence from government. On the 2nd of May, the federal government set up a presidential fact-finding committee. On the 26th of May, during our sit-out, we were attacked by thugs. They smashed our phones, smashed cameras, took our handbags. On the 2nd of June, the police banned us. We went to court. On the 11th of June, we got an order that it is our right as citizens of this country to organize and protest peacefully. On June 20th, the Presidential Fact-Finding Committee submitted their report confirming that 219 girls were still missing. On the 26th of May, the military informed the public that the girls had been sighted. But in the meantime, girls continuously got abducted in the Northeast. We persisted with our Bring Back Our Girls hashtag, and mainly because we see them as a symbol of all the others that have been abducted in the Northeast. On July 10th, the SSS declared us a franchise, saying that we were up to no good. On the 23rd of September, the military confirmed that the girls had been rescued, only to come back and say that they hadn't been rescued. On October 16th, the federal government announced a ceasefire with Boko Haram. 450 days, we're still waiting. The Bring Back Our Girls family has merely done what is required as citizens of this great country. As Nigerians, we are determined to remain firm and resolute in demanding for accountability from those who govern us, whom we have trusted with our votes to protect and assume responsibility for the welfare for all of us.
Mr. President, sir, with due respect, on behalf of the parents of the adopted Chibok Government Girls Secondary School, we appreciate your effort and struggle to bring change in the nation. Both Christians and Muslims were praying and fasting, asking the Almighty God, God of creation, to bring someone who will rescue our nation.
Muna addu'a Ubangiji na sama ya taimake ka da wannan babban aiki. Ya mata nan ba mu cire tsammani ba, mun san Allah ya sa za ka yi aikin nan, Allah ya taimake ka.
Mr. President, ina sai a matsayin uwa wanda ba ta da yari a halin yanzu. Ina roƙonka, Mr. President, ka taimake mu. Ba za mu iya ba, ba tare da taimakon ku, kunda Allah ya zaɓe ku ku mana taimako ba. Muna roƙo, Mr. President, ka ji yayin mama wanda tana fama da kuka, wani sun mutu, wani sun ya kashe.
As a matter of urgency, Mr. President, we wish to alert you, sir, that after the attack on the 4 villages of Kautikari, Nguradina, Kwada, Kabutiahi, and Kakulmari on Sunday, June 29, 2014, which recorded about 105 deaths, the residents of Kautikari have witnessed 4 other attacks. That excludes the one that happened about 10 days ago. With heavy casualties, most of the residents have since relocated to other towns and states across the Nigerian landscape and other neighboring countries. There is also a looming famine in Chibok, the Kiboku community and its environment as a result of terrorist activities, occasioned by a complete lack of farming activities, which is basically the economic mainstay.
Mr. President, in our ABC of this demand, we stated that the rescue of our Chibok girls will be the strongest statement that this government will make for having respect for the sanctity and dignity of every Nigerian life. Number 2 is that, like the Chibok community, we demand for a structured feedback mechanism, that it is contemptuous of citizens when governments do not act in ways that show that citizens matter. The parents of our Chibok girls have seldom been offered any structured feedback in the 450 days that their children have been missing. We also demand that Mr. President would set up a commission of inquiry for accountability on all that has happened in the Northeast, including especially the abduction of our Chibok girls. Within that request, Mr. President, we demand that the federal government would release and disclose the report of the Presidential Fact-Finding Committee on our Chibok girls in order to resolve the mysteries and the many discordant bones that led to the long period of failure to rescue our Chibok girls. We also demand for a disclosure of the Presidential Committee on Security Challenges in the Northeast.
This document was sent to every stakeholder involved in the war against terror: the presidency, the Senate President, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the National Security Advisor, the Chief of Defense Staff. Every stakeholder received a copy of this document. We would like to present this to Mr. President this afternoon because this is citizens' voices, the voice of Nigerians in our in a quest to say that we're not only looking at the government to bring back our girls, citizens are also saying these are the things we think. We're also putting our brains behind it to support the government in this endeavor. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
On this process flow chart that we developed, we also have owners that we believe should take different roles in getting this done. They include the military, different parastatals and agencies of the government, the medical practitioners and psychologists, as well as parents, the Kada community, Chibok, or any affected community. We would like to present to you, Mr. President, this verification and reunification process that we have developed for this board.
Nigeria is confronting an asymmetrical warfare which requires a more concerted and comprehensive approach to defeat terrorism. And what we are thinking is the state and the security agencies must cultivate the civilian population to become allies in the struggle. Intelligence is a key factor in ensuring success, and sourcing timely intelligence requires close collaboration with communities.
Some of the challenges we noted during our advocacy, we had visited respective arms of government, and each arm had a different story regarding the abduction of our girls, regarding the rescue of the girls. So we feel there's a need to define an accountability matrix with definitive timelines for each of the agencies, defining collaboration and links to ensure that whatever it is, be it the rescue of the Chibok girls, be it the end of the insurgency, there's a clear defined mechanism where each agency is held accountable for their actions. Within the course of our advocacy, we had made this suggestion to the Office of the National Security Advisor, being mandated to coordinate the security agencies on behalf of the President. We discussed the need for this accountability matrix. We also noted that in our discussions with the Chief of Defense Staff.
You've been very indulgent with your time. We now hand over to the government to respond to us. Thank you very much, sir.
The government in competence in dealing with this issue. We only ask for patience, and I am impressed with the presentation by Mrs. Weiss, which is comprehensive enough and intellectually sound, but I would say, short of saying, I rest my case. Again, the leadership of Chibok community has made a comprehensive representation, as well as the leader of this group and the Reverend Father that represents the group. It's unfortunate that the security and federal government conflicting reports initiated portrayed the government and its agencies in very bad light, both nationally and internationally, because the law enforcement agencies and the government, if you can separate the two who are conflicting each other within hours and sometimes within weeks, that's not very impressive. The delayed and conflicting reaction by former government and its agencies, it's very unfortunate, as I said. And I thank the leader of the community for the articulated priorities he has drawn about welfare of the families, of the communities, and the rehabilitation of infrastructure. I think the government should provide this as a matter of right. I think we will agree that the excesses of the terrorists, they have blown themselves. I think they have to change the names from Boko Haram to something else. Because, as I say so often, no religion advocates hurting the innocent. You can't go and kill innocent people and say Allahu Akbar. You either don't believe it or you don't know what you are saying. So it has got nothing to do with religion, they are just terrorists. And Nigeria will mobilize to deal with them. Thank you very much.
We believe that this meeting is one that is in the right order. We hope that the President will take heed to all of the propositions that we made, our demands, the tools that we presented, and we hope that they are able to act on it so that our Chibok girls can be brought back as soon as possible.
Our citizen solutions to end terrorism. It's a very, very rich document that was crowdsourced through Twitter and Facebook and social media, and it details what the citizens think the government should do to bring an end to terrorism.
So I'm very happy that the meeting took place, but even more importantly, what's going to happen after, it's even more critical because the girls have now spent 450 days in captivity and it's not good enough.
My expectations are high still. And I expect results shortly. And what strikes me the most is the President was very, very frank with us.
The landmark achievements that today we are able to see the President and the approach of the government, the current government, to receiving us is also something very positive. We were met with buses, which shows the compassionate of a government. When we got to their territory, rather than walking the whole distance, we were offered the comfort of going in a bus, which we took.
We are encouraged that we have a government that cares and that has made a commitment to rescuing our girls and to ending the insurgency in our country.
It's a very great day, not just for us as a movement, but for citizen leadership relations in Nigeria. And I feel quite happy and quite impressed with the disposition of the government towards our advocacy. And I wish to appreciate our members. We've come a very long way, and I think for everyone who has remained committed to this advocacy, it's such a sacrifice that we are paying, and I think it's worth it. I really appreciate the leadership of this movement and every other member.
Today, the 8th of July 2015, I am very, very elated that we're able to see Mr. President and tell him all the things that I've been wanting to tell the government for more than 1 year. We've been sitting out actually 435 days. Our girls have been missing 450 days. So really it's been a good day today because we're able to finally tell Mr. President the ABCs of our demands.
We hope that it's actually the beginning of some very concrete actions. We're looking for very concrete deliverables, not just for the Chibok girls, but for all the people that are suffering in the Northeast. I really hope that this new leg in terms of the movement will be more increased coordination between the government and the citizens of Nigeria to really achieve concrete objectives.
The president has committed himself on many things, and we're going to be holding him to task on everything he has said he'll do. Bottom line, what will make our advocacy successful is when our girls are back. Until they are back, we're still not done enough.
We hope that taking it from here, after today, we'll be able to see some positive development in regards to our girls being rescued and the security situation in Nigeria once and for all tackled in the right manner.